A game's trailer should show the player if it's their thing, their unique blend of genres. But the only way to know if it captures that unique blend is to play the game deeply. So after I play through a game, I roll back through the trailer. I walk through the individual bits of how they capture the game's unique genre elements. In the end, you might find out if a game is your genre. Welcome to Is It My Genre? Metroidvanias are kind of the most clearly defined video game genre that we have. You kind of know that you're going to be getting some kind of combination of Castlevania, well, specifically Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and Metroid or Super Metroid in this particular case. There's so much that could be said about this genre at large, but I'm going to talk about my favorite game in the genre that I've played this year, which is Blasphemous. Let's check it out. Notice the editing on these shots. Running right, changing the scene, still running right. It's the same registry, it's this great eye trace. Notice the parries, the blocks, and the retaliation from the parries. The dash attack is really great. The finisher moves are, I don't know, I guess a little extra. I really like the boss battles. They're not the hardest thing in the world, they're not Dark Souls hard. That move right there is so important to defining it as a Metroidvania. Again, some really crafty finishers and variety. That's actually really important special sauce to the game. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. So there's a lot of things in this trailer that really work well to showcase what's special about the game. And again, some of the other trailers do things a little bit better in some ways, but this one I feel is the best summary of what makes the game exceptionally special. And what I personally resonated with it the most as an outstanding, to showcase the outstanding characteristics of this precise kind of Metroidvania. And so we're going to roll back through and process some of those elements. The first and foremost thing, I'm not going to go the whole way through the whole trailer. The opening shot was fine. The opening cutscene elements, again, were fine. But the part that's really great here is when it gets to this point here, which is explore a forsaken land. This is definitive of the Metroidvania genre. You need to make sure that there is some really good exploration, meaning that you're going to find things that you didn't know were there, that you're going to explore a map that is interconnected. Now, that they're not overtly stating that here, but these are key characteristics of the influence of the genre, is that the world is cohesively interrelated, and you'll find special things if you're paying close attention. They're showing a diverse array of levels to show that there's a really diverse variety of scenes. By having the associative shots, that's implying that you're going to be using the same verbs to relate to different environments in the same way. Brutal, pixel-perfect combat. This is the only trailer that I found of the game that really showcases the parry. It's this moment right here. No, right there. That is a pretty simple thing that it exists in the Dark Souls games. It does not, fascinatingly enough, exist in any Metroid or Castlevania game that I know of. But it is indicative of what makes part of this game particularly special, is that you're looking for opportunities to deflect attacks and open to brutal executing finishers. These finishing attacks are not super mechanically important, but they're totally important in establishing that you have a very visceral and bloody relationship with this world. The curb stomping is a little bit much, but I think that's part of the style and the spirit of the game, is that it's all a little bit much, which is meant to be disassociating with some audiences and really reinforcing the attachment to the game to a new audience. It's using the religious Catholic iconography of Inquisition-era Spain for not just fun, but also as a historical celebration of sorts. Customize your build. This line here is actually really important to define. This wasn't discussed in the other trailers, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to include it here, is because customizing and shaping how your character is loaded out defines the framework of the game at large. It helps you to understand what your character is doing in relationship to the overarching progression of the game. It's also important because the way that they show it in the next few shots, of course by navigating the menu and showing that down attack and showing this precise combination and the fully upgraded dash. It's part of what was fascinating to me sticking with the game, and what I love the most about there's different ways of relating to things through the combat. It's not just I'm just going to mash the X button sort of scenario. Unveil the mysteries of Custodia. You are making sense of the lore of the game as you piece together things that you find, as you read the item descriptions, but it's through the long relationship of playing the game for the about 20 hours that it took that you'll understand the lore and the mysteries and the subtle associations that all happen as you go through the game. You're seeing a lot of the characters that you talk to and key elements, and flashy gets really fast. Slamming the title, and then you have to wait for it, and now that moment actually was in the original Kickstarter trailer as the penultimate moment of the trailer, the climax of the trailer. The last thing that I do want to emphasize about this game and its trailers and its genre are just how cohesive it feels in the end. I know that a lot of people got into the hang-ups of some open pits and some insta-death scenarios, but I would encourage you to roll back through some of the find the critical path through the game, and I think that it does some really incredible preparation and leading up to unlocking the mysteries of Custodia. So I'm M. Joshua. I make game trailers. You can find out more about me at mjoshua.com. Great work all around to the Game Kitchen and Team 17. You made my favorite Metroidvania of the year. And this has been Is It My Genre? All right, thanks again. Bye-bye.